In today's video, I'll be discussing how to prove that your marriage is real to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Hello, my name is Jeremy Richards and I am an immigration lawyer with the law offices of Richards and Jurusik, where we dedicate our practice solely to U.S. immigration law. In today's video, I'll be discussing how you prove your marriage is legitimate or bona fide or real to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services when you file Form I-130 Petition for an Alien Relative. When you file Form I-130 with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services for a spouse of a U.S. citizen, they expect you to provide evidence well beyond your marriage certificate to show that your marriage is real, or as they call it, bona fide. So how do you do that? There are many ways that you can show that your marriage is real. Depending on how long you've been married, it may be more difficult to obtain some of this evidence. But in the end, the more evidence that you can provide, the better, because USCIS will make a determination based on this evidence that you provide. There are two pieces of evidence that are stronger than any other evidence that you can submit in support of a marriage. The first piece of evidence that is the strongest is children. If you have had children together, that goes to show that it is a real marriage, that it is bona fide. The second piece of evidence that goes to show the weight of your marriage that USCIS takes into account heavily is joint finances. USCIS likes the commingling of funds. They like to see that you're actually sharing a bank account, that you both actually use that bank account as well. Simply providing a bank statement with both your names on it that shows no activity isn't sufficient enough. They want to see that you're both purchasing groceries, gas, clothes, doing your shopping with this joint bank account. That could be a joint credit card too, or other joint finances. Joint finances are very strong evidence of a bona fide marriage. The third category I would put evidence into is the evidence of other joint accounts. This would include things such as health insurance, life insurance, wills, if you have joint utility bills, if you have joint telephone bills. Those joint accounts also tend to show that you are actually in a bona fide marriage. There are other things as well that you can come up with, such as your privacy statement for your doctor, where you list your emergency contact. If you have children, the emergency contacts for your children. If you have an employer, there's emergency contact to your employer. All of these things that have both you and your spouse's name on it, all of those can be used for evidence. So it's not limited. This list is very extensive in anything that you can think of where it shows both of you on it. It shows that you're commingling something and that your life has been brought together through this marital union, can be used as evidence of your bona fide or real marriage. The fourth and final category that I would put evidence into, and this is the weakest of all the forms of evidence, would be photographs and affidavits. Affidavits are statements from friends or family in support of your marriage, and then photographs taken throughout the duration of your marriage. Although we advise including as much of this as possible, they tend to be the lowest forms of evidence and tend to show less credibility of the marriage than the other three. So to reiterate the list, the most important and the highest form of evidence would be children together. The second would be joint finances. The third would be all other joint accounts or assets that you're able to provide. And the fourth would be affidavits or photographs in support of your marriage. One final note to remember if you're petitioning a spouse through Form I-130 is that from the date that you file your petition up until your interview, whether that be in the United States or whether that be a consular interview, you should continue to compile proof of your marriage. You shouldn't simply stop when you file that petition. Some of these petitions can take a year or more to process, and USCIS or the consulate will expect you to bring additional evidence in support of your marriage at the time of your interview. Failing to bring additional evidence at the time of your interview could impact your case severely. It could lead to a request for evidence, a notice of intent to deny, or possibly a denial in your case. If you have any other questions about filing Form I-130 for a spouse and what bona fides or real evidence of your marriage are, give us a call, send us an email, visit our website. Subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos, like it so others can also find the content as well. Thank you for watching and have a great day.